Before the video starts, I'm giving away a $300 custom Valorant keyboard. It's got hippo switches, the Valorant escape key, but you can change that if you want it and don't like that. Plugs in via USB-C, and it's a really nice keyboard. Keep watching if you want a chance to enter, but let's get on with the video. On YouTube, I get a lot of comments about my setup and what it all looks like and, you know, what everything is that I have. More so on Twitch recently since I started streaming full time, and a lot of people have been curious to know when I'm going to put out a video on my home office tour. I've accumulated a lot of gear over the years, but a lot of the stuff is also accumulated over the last 2 years, and more recently so since I went full time as a content creator. And naturally, if you're a content creator, you better have a good looking setup, and I have been sucked into all of that because you're not a content creator without a good looking setup. So here we go. This is my $20,000 home office tour. So everything that I mentioned in this video, such as the cameras, lighting, the computer, the screens, even the Elgato gear behind you that I'm going to tease you with, all those links will be down in the description. So if you want to grab some of them, it supports the channel. I really appreciate it at no cost to you. And a lot of them are discounted prices. So you'll get the latest prices on whatever product you want to get. Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room, or I should say monster in the room. This is a AMD Ryzen Threadripper 3970X. It's got 32 cores in it, and it's got a RTX 3090 24GB Founders Edition. People ask me to justify this purchase being over $11,000. I rounded it down to 10 just to make it a round number, but it's a pretty expensive computer. And people ask me, why do you spend so much on a computer like that? Mainly it's because I do visual effects editing, and I make dual PC stream videos and single PC stream. So in order to edit all these videos, do visual effects, and have a single PC stream with the big games with max graphics, I want to be able to do that while still having a good stream and not have to worry about having bad quality settings on my stream or on my game. I have spoken about this PC more in depth in a video in the top right in the cards. Go check that out once you finish this video, but only after you finish this video, and you can dive more into what this PC is and what it has. Maybe it's something that you're interested in. Now for my monitors, I have 3 of them technically. One's behind you on a desk there with my old computer, and then I'm using 2 right now. The one on your right is a Viotech 144Hz 1440p, so 2K. It's curved and 27 inches. It's a really nice monitor. I got 2 of them, and the other one's behind the camera right now. I've used them for a long time actually, but I am planning on upgrading because the one behind me here, my main monitor, is the Acer Predator. It's got G-Sync. It's also 144Hz. It's a fantastic monitor, 27-inch 2K. I really do like it. It's not curved, and I did have both curved monitors there at one point, which was really nice and immersive, but I kind of like the harsh corners, straight line kind of aesthetic to my setup. So I'm going to be changing the Viotech one to a non-curved, probably another Acer Predator, which is overkill for a second monitor, but I like uniformity, if that's a word, and I just like how things look with that Predator monitor. So that's what I want. Obviously though, the Acer Predator is a really expensive monitor. It's like $400 or something, which actually in retrospect is not too bad considering really good monitors. I like the color accuracy and that it's designed for both editing / visual effects and gaming, so it's really nice for both. For the monitor stands that are holding up both monitors, it's a dual monitor stand, the Huanu dual monitor stand, which you can get on Amazon. I'll link all of this down below, and it's a really nice monitor stand. Nothing crazy. It does what I need it to do. It has cable management right in the arm, so cables on all over the place, even though you can tell there I don't really do cable management all that well. I promise that my cable management used to be better than what it is right now. And my cable management is actually pretty good right now. Okay, it's all right. It's not that bad, right? I've got tape holding up the cables. Okay, it's not the greatest, but Adam, change the camera angle. Now, when it comes to my audio equipment, I have the Rode VideoMic NTG, which is right over here. You can plug it into your computer via USB-C, which is really nice to be able to plug your headphones into as well. You can use it like a audio interface, pretty similar to that actually. Or you can plug in the 3.5mm jack into the camera, and you can use it for vlogging, or like I'm doing for your interview scenes. Most of the time this camera is above me pointing down, because that's usually what shotgun microphones are used for. In addition, I have my Shure SM7B right over here, which is overkill for live streaming, but very good for, you know, recording or studio quality microphones. And it is at a higher price range because this microphone is a premium one. It is at $400, which is pretty high, but you can get by with any $100 XLR microphone like the Pod Mic, or you can even use the Elgato Wave microphones, which are very good for all of your audio needs, especially for live streaming. It comes with audio software, so you can mix all of your audio together and have digital software to control all of your audio instead of having physical sliders on a soundboard. It's way cheaper and does exactly what you need it to do. In addition, I have my Shure MV7, which is the baby brother of the Shure SM7B. Also a really good microphone if that's at your price range. Both of these microphones go into the Rodecaster Pro, which is a professional podcasting solution to all of your audio needs. You can have up to 9 different audio inputs as far as I can tell off the top of my head, maybe more of them, but you can do 4 XLR mics and a whole bunch of other inputs as well, including Bluetooth, so you can connect your phone to it for, you know, phone calls or whatever you want to do. Then what I have is my audio going from that soundboard into my Go XLR, which is a really nice audio soundboard for live streaming, and I love it. It's got physical sliders as well, so I don't just have the ones on my Rodecaster Pro. I do have a full video on how I set that all up. Link is in the top right in the cards, and why I use that. I need 2 soundboards for my well, I don't need 2 of them, let's be honest, but I like to use both of them because they're really useful for my workflow. And then I also have the Elgato Wave mic arm, which is really nice for the Shure SM7B. It's very strong, sturdy, and it can hold it without, you know, you get this strange L shape which is unique to the Shure SM7B, and it still fits on here really nicely because of its connection here. You can get the low profile version, which is a very similar mic arm like this, but it just goes under your monitor and it doesn't come over you, because some people might find that distracting, which is totally fine for them. So you have options. For my headphones, I have the HyperX Cloud Flight, which are USB wireless headphones, really nice, but I use audio cables going into the headset and then into my Go XLR so that I can hear it that way, because I have a splitter on my Go XLR, because I have a second set of headphones connected to my system so that when my wife shows up on stream, she can hear stuff as well, and that's what the second microphone is for. So you should come check it out. Emma's on stream occasionally, and we have a lot of fun. For my cameras, I have 3 of them. My main one I'm using right now, it's the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. It is a bit of a mouthful, but it's a really nice camera. Paired with the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens, it's a really nice combo. I used to use this camera before I had the one behind me. I would switch it on and off the stand, and you know, for the tutorials like this, and then for the stream like this, I would switch it almost every day. It just got exhausting, and it just so much setup and breakdown every single time. So then I got a second camera. The one behind me is the Canon M50 Mark II. The reason why I don't have the first one, or the Mark I, is because for an extra $100 you get to have the clean HDMI out. So when you have the HDMI from the camera going to the computer, the settings on the screen won't show up in your OBS or stream recorder. So you don't have to worry about that going through your HDMI into your computer. And that's only available with the Mark II version of the Canon M50. It's a really nice camera. I get exactly what I want. Looks really nice on stream and professional. It's got autofocus, so I don't have to worry about continuing to focus the camera or worry about moving back and forth or around, you know, my office. It's still gonna focus on me. And what I have bridging my camera through the HDMI signal to my computer is a Camlink 4K. It's from Elgato, and they have really nice adapters to convert your HDMI signal from your camera into USB so it can go into your computer. Currently it's on sale on Amazon, so it's not going to be cheaper than that. So if that's what you want, I'll leave a link down below. Go check it out. Then the third camera I have is the Elgato Facecam, which is right up there. It's really nice. You can give full custom control with the exposure settings with its own camera hub control right on the computer. It's all free software. I use it for an extra angle on stream, which is really nice. It keeps things interesting, and naturally I get a lot of questions about my computer, and I can show that angle at the same time. It's really nice for a starting soon screen, and I kind of get people interested rather than just a plain old starting soon screen without seeing me or getting ready for the stream. And then I've also got a little Logitech C920 at the top there, just a keyboard cam, like a top-down view, which is really nice, adds another dimension. Or I can have a keyboard cam there, which is really helpful in some situations. So then we've got the furniture in my home office, which is not a whole lot, to be honest. It's a small space. It does what I need it to do. But this is a electric standing desk, which is from Tech Orbits. I don't think they even sell it anymore, so I'll leave an alternative down in the description. This one, it does what I need it to do. It's 60 inches by 24 inches, which 24 inches for me is a little small because my monitors now are a little close because, you know, they're on the mount here and I can't get them any further back. So I do prefer the deeper desks. It lets me put more on them, and also the monitors are further away from my face, which is nice. I don't have that right now. Really nice desks can get pretty expensive, so right now I'm not gonna be able to upgrade for a bit. Maybe I'll make a custom desk with these Alex drawers behind me here, which are, you know, the classic old Alex drawers that you get for custom desks. I'll make that when I have the motivation and the time to do so, which will probably be never. And something else I almost forgot to mention was the QNAP in the back here. It's got 32 terabytes of redundant storage. Redundancy? Redundation? The storage is redundant. Which means 32 terabytes is what I can have, and then a 32 terabytes of backup of that main 32 terabytes. That was so repetitive. So essentially I have 64 terabytes and only 32 terabytes are usable because the other 32 is a backup of that main stuff. This is not being explained very well, but you know what I mean, right? And then I have this wonderful piece of wood which is only sandpapered and not painted because I was lazy. It's just used on top of the Alex drawers to support my 200-pound computer, which is heavier than I am. You should check out that video in the top right in the cards at the end of this video. Now, my lighting hasn't changed all that much in the last 5 or 6 years. I started out with these off-brand ones that you get from Amazon, which you can tell it's on its last legs, and you know why I bought the new Amaran 100X. More about that in a second. These lights were LED lights, and I had 2 of them. One of them actually is still, they both work. This one just not so well. It flashes or flickers when you touch the dimmer. It has 4 different brightnesses, which is cool. And it came with some gels, which I don't know where they are, and the diffusion just fell off. They have lasted me a long time. I will put some alternatives in the links down below in the description, and you can go and grab them if you want to. Really nice lights. They do exactly what you need. But up until recently, I've been using these pretty religiously, and it was time for an upgrade. Now, I did get the Elgato key lights, which there's one behind me there and the other one's there. I use those for my streams and also for hair lights during the tutorials, which is really useful and they're really nice. Then I also got the Amaran 100X, which is a really nice light. It is a little bit on the pricey side because you do have to get a stand, which I have the C stand there, a really solid stand, also expensive. And the Godox light diffusion, which is also really useful. Actually, this wasn't very expensive. It was like 80 bucks. But this whole setup, this diffusion, the light, and the stand ended up being about $400, which is a little bit of expensive, but this light can go really bright and it can go through the whole range of the color temperature. So that's also a plus between the 100X and the 100D. The 100D stays at daylight temperature, which means you would have to use gels to change the color temperature. With the 100X, it can go between the whole range of the color temperatures. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a different style of what most people might do with their video tours on their home office. Let me know if you enjoyed by leaving a like. That'd be appreciated. It'd help the video out. If you're new and want to check out more of the content that I do for content creators, or maybe you're a streamer or even a visual effects artist, subscribe and stick around for the future. And as far as the whole $1,500 Elgato stream gear giveaway, that'll be coming out very soon, so stick around for that. But right now we have a custom keyboard giveaway which has hippo switches. It's a $300 Valorant themed keyboard. A link is down below. Check out that giveaway page. I'll see you next time, but until then, make something great. Where am I gonna have to store all of this gear? I don't know what to do with it all. I'm just gonna, all mine. I'm gonna keep it. All mine. No giveaway. Sorry. Nope. I'm gonna, it's all mine. Oh. You can have the one I dropped.